2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Portland Trail Blazers. For Portland, a strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. And AI putting up a double-double performance yet again. Kenny, talk about his total impact on the game.
You know what? Even if his scoring isn't there, Ernie, he always helps you in other ways. Never gives you an empty minute, Shaq.
PCEFOAFP.
Wow, what is
Production
that?
comes easy for only a few players.
Okay.
AI is one of them. Always engaged, always involved.
That is incredible. PCEFOAFP.
You are ridiculous.
Wow.
ANTFTOLSITKHWTC. And now time for tip-off. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan with the...
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Back in Portland, the Trailblazers kick off the beginning of a homestand. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, most of the time guys come off the bench and just try to stabilize. Tonight they got some serious points, and when you're on the road, it gives you unanticipated advantages.
Always a big factor, home court advantage, Brent, in the playoffs, but lately we're seeing some teams opt for rest and health and say, well, you know, we're going to play where we're going to play.
We always feel, though, Kevin, that conversation happens with teams that have had recent success.
Seems that.
It seems like it's veteran teams that the last couple of seasons have gone deep into the playoffs, championship or Western or Eastern Conference Finals, that the coach relies on that experience and doesn't worry that the change of venue is going to impact the quality of play that they're going to bring to the table. They think that we'll carry that through. So be healthy. Don't worry about where we're playing.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Indiana. Down low, it's Young in Turner. Evans out there with Collison. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. Now here's McCollum following the shot by Evans. Over Evans. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Evans against McCollum. Puts it up from 12. Evans can't get that one to fall. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. No good for A-Train. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Evans finds Collison. Shot clock at 6. Turner throws it down.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Nate McMillan.
Well, Kevin, he talked about the importance of how tight-knit this group is. He said it's really starting to get to where they can read each other's minds out there. One guy can see another cutting without even looking up. It's a lot of fun to watch. They're hoping they can keep that fun up tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. So the priority is on solid, fundamental basketball, finding good shots.
And we know they have the tendency to shoot the lights out when things are clicking for them. We'll see if this is one of those nights.
Well, if it is one of those nights, I'd look out. There is not much an opposing defense can do when they get multiple players hot at the same time.
And it's Lillard missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
To the middle, out to Turner. Pass to Young. Over Aminu. And they're unable to get the time basket there. There's the pass to A-Train. Fires from deep. And the three ball is good. A-Train's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Collison kicks to Young. Here's Turner. A terrific shot on the turnaround. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Collison against Lillard. McCollum right side. Pass to Aminu. Now here's Lillard. Over Collison. Lillard misses.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still, there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Portland leading by 3. McCollum left side. Contained shot. And Nurkic finishes inside.
Yeah, nice hustle from Nurkic to come up with the board and the bucket.
Collison the pass to Turner. On the wing, Evans. He is guarded by McCollum. Collison against Lillard from 15 feet away. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Damian Lillard, a star in this league for several years now. Whether that's recognized by an all-star appearance or not, it doesn't matter. He has been elite at the point guard position. Just a dynamic scorer and one of the more lethal players in the NBA, hoping to push Portland further and further at some point in his career.
Here's McCollum after Tyreek Evans has scored. Now here's McCollum. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio, and that one is good. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Brent, the league is shaking things up as far as training and evaluation of referees. Do you think it'll result in getting a higher percentage of calls correct? They're pretty good as it is now.
The referees are fantastic.
They are.
And the fact that we're even having a discussion about a higher percentage of correct calls, Kevin, I would just like to have a higher percentage of correct calls for the rest of this game with you.
Well, good. This guy next to me handed me this card. It wasn't my idea. It was this guy over here.
Yeah,
He said, ask Brent about the referee.
We need the stats, guys.
Yeah. Oh, no, we do. Yeah, thank you. The Trail Blazers making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. Out to Turner. Passes it to Joseph. Over McCollum. And it's Evans missing. Portland leading by 7. It's McCollum on the wing, covered by Evans. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Evans.
And this has been an area of great improvement for him. McCollum shot under 70% at the line in each of his first 2 seasons, but really picked up his pace since then.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Stauskas subbed in for Lillard. The Blazers also changing it up. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Miles Turner. And McDermott subbed in for Bogdanovich. O'Quinn can't hit. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Pass to A-Train. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pacers trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Joseph looking around. To the inside. Sabonis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
McCollum kicks to Stauskas. To the left wing. Here's A-Train. O'Quinn defending. The shot's good for A-Train.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Evans with it. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Out left to the wing. Takes it to Collins. Here's A-Train, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And now an 11-point Trailblazer lead.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
O'Quinn dishes to Evans. In the corner, it's Sabonis. Here's Joseph. And that one is off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Colin passes to Stauskas. Misses the 3. Pacers trail by 11. McCollum against Joseph. Back to Evans. A fader. Rebound by A-Train. A-Train's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's McCollum in the corner. Here's Stauskas, covered by Evans, takes a 3. Tyreke Evans comes up with the rebound. The Pacers shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Picked away. 1:07 left in the first quarter. A-Train, the pass to Stauskas. And he dunks it down.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
O'Quinn with the bounce pass. To stop the drought, and he hits the jump shot. Evans has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Over to the left wing. And there's the basket, good for A-Train. A-Train's got 9.
It's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Joseph against McCollum. Evans outside. And there's the pass to McDermott. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range, it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn over. And Indiana making a change here. Here's Baldwin. Pass to A-Train. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Doug McDermott. Portland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the strike. 7 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. On deep, Evans buries it from three-point range. He's got 7.
Man, Evans, that's a confident-looking shot. And when he's knocking that one down, look out.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 12. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Trailblazers have really been rolling, haven't they?
Boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
A-Train is out there with Swanigan. Then it's Miles Plumlee and Stauskas at the 2 spot. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, A-Train in the last game against the Spurs was all business. He had 52 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
Now, here's O'Quinn, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Hey, Brent, you look at how Kyle O'Quinn got to this point, mostly hard work and proving people wrong.
Yeah, just one Division I scholarship offer out of high school. Ended up being a second-round pick and an unsung player who does a lot of things for you on the inside, plays with tremendous passion. And if I've heard correctly, he is the comedian in the locker room. So what else could you want, Kevin, besides some levity?
Here's A-Train. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. 3-pointer makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting very healthy, 6 for 9.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Now here's McDermott. No points in the game yet for him. Lets a floater go. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, good to see McDermott down in the paint, and then he starts to show off a little bit more touch.
Baldwin kicks to Swanigan. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. The feed to Plumlee. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Plumlee's got his first test.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the Pacers call time here. They have so many great point guards in the league right now, Brent. Which of them do you think does the best job of running the pick and roll?
I think Chris Paul still heads up the top of my list for pick and roll operators. He's so devastating and has been for his entire career in the mid-range, just settling in at the free throw line and popping shots that seem effortless, and he's able to knock it down. Steph Curry still at the point guard position does so many unique things, Kevin, playing without the basketball and setting screens away from the ball to open up teammates, which eventually gives him opportunities to shoot threes. So divergently different, those two, but 2 of my favorites to watch.
Here's Lillard after Bojan Bogdanovic getting his shot to go from deep. Here's A-Train. Good. Quick play by Lillard to set it up. A-Train's got a pair of triples in the second now for Portland. So for the Trailblazers, their last game to the middle. Here's Bogdanovic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. A-Train's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 5 points in the game, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take a fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, A-Train.
Well, you talk about a player displaying complete dominance on the floor. This is it. And it seemed like he could do no wrong as he was a factor in really every facet of the game. A truly remarkable performance.
Here's Swanigan. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Here's Baldwin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The shot's good from A-Train.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pacers trail by 20. Collison finds Turner. Now here's Joseph. Guarded closely. Lays it up and banks it in.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
This is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Now here's Joseph after the miss from A-Train. And here is Joseph. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Bogdanovich passes to Joseph. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Three-pointer, Lillard hits the three-point bomb. Lillard's got 5.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
To the paint. Turner passes to Leaf. Now here's Joseph. He's covered closely. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside, Turner. A beautiful reverse layup. 6 points for him.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And when you see Miles Turner play on the offensive side of the ball, the amount of skill he has at his age is just amazing.
Yeah, already a great pick and pop player. You know, not going to be much of a banger down low, but has enough touch outside where he won't need to be. But while he's still a work in progress offensively, I think he's shown that he has a very high ceiling in terms of his skill set.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Plumlee, and it's Aminu in for Swanigan. Aminu with the bucket.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And here is Joseph. Now Farouk Aminu just getting that 3 to go from deep. Joseph dishes to Bogdanovich. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home.
280 pounds. I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Collison kicks to Bogdanovich. Lillard against Collison. Here's Bogdanovich. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now, here's Lillard. 26 points for him last game against San Antonio.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Here's Lillard. And it comes off the front of the rim. Knocked loose. Pacers trail by 21. Now Joseph. His last outing, he had 8 points. The kick out to Collison. 6 to shoot. Unloads. It's rebounded by A-Train. A-Train's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And again for 3.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him as they have all season long.
And GA, with his performance, he is now tied for second for most threes in a season.
And the mark he has tied here tonight was set by Curry in 2017, 324 made threes in what was one of the most dominating seasons ever by a shooter. The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Turner. Collison against Lillard. Fires for three. Indiana again. Missing.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Pass to A-Train. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Another shot. And the layup good by Lillard. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Take a look at the history of the Portland Trailblazers, and part of the NBA since 1970, and the phrase Rip City, which has stuck with the team ever since winning that title back in 1977.
A different look now for Portland. Dwayne Dedman. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Well, you have impacted the game so far in a lot of different ways. Already with a double-double, how do you keep that going in the second half?
I'm not going to stop working. That's how I keep it going. Only way to put up the same numbers in the second half to work as harder than in the first half.
Well, that's certainly been a good formula so far, and I'm sure you'll keep making a difference in the second half. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back with us. There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
His ability right now, he's just simply outworking the opponent.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Bogdanovich outside of the three with Young down at power forward. Collison is out there with Evans, and it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. McCollum against Young. Here's A-Train. That ball. Nice speed that time from McCollum. That's now 26 points for A-Train. And it's Evans with the ball. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Bogdanovich looking around. Outside Turner. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Tries from 16. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 10.
Yeah, Bogdanovich, a high percentage scorer, an efficient shooter, and he loves that mid-range area.
Here's A-Train, and the layup's good off the glass.
Well, assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Collison finds Turner. Now Evans. He's guarded by Nurkic, and that's Evans penetrating, and there it is for him. 9 points in the game so far.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Collison against Lillard. A pass to A-Train. There's the triple, and the Trailblazers another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Collison with it. Lillard picks him up. Here's Bogdanovich. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter. Lillard against Collison. McCollum outside. over Evans. And Portland again with the bucket.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Turner. A three. Rebound by A-Train.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
McCollum against Evans. McCollum right side. And again, it's Portland converted.
Yeah, we've seen highlights of the deep threes, and we know he can get to the rim, but McCollum's mid-range game, well, that's something special. Impressive there.
To the middle. And the shot goes down. And that's 15 points for Bojan Bogdanovich.
And his teammates have to step up just a little bit more. He's been lights out. Needs a bit more support.
And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's going to do one thing. Shoot.
And I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch and shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone. And really, his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Plumlee comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Swanigan in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Leaf checked in for Indiana. Corey Joseph comes in for Darren Collison. And the Pacers call time here. A-Train with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
Now is the time of the season when a lot of rookies start to hit that rookie wall, but these young men have been spectacular all season long. They show no signs of slowing down. With that in mind, here are the top rookies who all have a chance at the Rookie of the Year. We take a look at the A-Train all season long. He has proven again and again that he is the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
Me too. And it's the way that he's just sustained his level of play for the entire season. So consistent. No major peaks, no huge valleys. That's pretty impressive stuff and heady stuff from a rookie.
Joseph up top. He's guarded by McCollum. Shows us the pass to Turner. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Miles Turner. This past month, he's really set himself apart. He's right around 13 points a night, 7 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
Yeah, over this whole last stretch of games, he's been shutting down the lane with total authority. Impressive stuff.
A-Train, the pass to Swanigan. He kicks it to Plumlee. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Indiana's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Young misses off the right iron. Trailblazers leading by 23. Here's A-Train. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And let's take this opportunity to show you the most productive rookie rebounders of the last 10 games. We take a look at the A-Train, one of the game's best, second in the league.
He's brought that physicality. I mean, given a chance to contribute, he's shown that he can battle inside with the best of them.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. We love the sneakers these players wear. Now so many different styles. A lot of different signature shoes out there.
I'm not really a sneakerhead myself, Kevin. I didn't really fall down that rabbit hole, but I know some guys in the league, and we've seen photos of their closets at home filled with
hundreds.
Not hundreds. I've seen guys pushing thousands of pairs of shoes. Now that is dedication.
Worth a lot of money.
No doubt about it. And some of the guys, Kevin, don those specialty sneakers in big-time games. And the one guy that comes to mind for me is P.J. Tucker. Lots of play from P.J. Tucker about some of the things that he strapped on last year during the finals.
The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. It's good. A-Train's got 36.
He's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Joseph against Lillard. Here's Leaf. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Bogdanovich kicks to Turner. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And the ceiling Turner has is impressive. Has the potential to be a dominant big man in this league.
Indiana making some changes. Sabonis comes in for T.J. Leaf. And McDermott subbed in for Young. Joseph against McCollum. Pass to Collins. Back to McCollum. To the paint. And Dedmon throws it down.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Now, here's Joseph. Defense is right there. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Portland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And the call on the shot that sends them to the line.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Indiana. Second chance effort, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Good job by O'Quinn. He knows how wide he is and how big he is. Just force the defense to foul you.
For Indiana, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? With McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
McDermott kicks to Joseph. No good from outside. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. And here's Stauskas from the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now here's Joseph. In the corner, it's Sabonis. Joseph against McCollum. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely, and they're able to recover. And the shot is good. Sabonis has got his 3rd basket of the night. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Here's A-Train. Pops in the layup for 2. A-Train's got 38 points.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
O'Quinn, the pass to Sabonis. It's deflected. Here's A-Train. That ball. Nice feed that time for McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And Joseph kicks to McDermott. Here's Bogdanovich. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
Stauskas, the pass to McCollum. He's off on that one. And Indiana will come the other way. Passes it to Bogdanovich. No good. Shot missing. Portland's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. It's McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Joseph. Lets it go from the wing. Gets it to go. That one good for A-Train. A-Train's got 43 points.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
Joseph with the ball, now defended by McCullough. Bogdanovich, and there's the rebound by Dedman. Dedman's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Stauskas kicks to McCullough. Here's A-Train. 43 points in the game. Count that bucket.
He's hit the proverbial switch, effortlessly finding different ways to score.
Joseph against McCullough. Now here's Joseph. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Sabonis. Right through the knee for the layup. Sabonis has got 8.
Well, Sabonis can play there on the block. That's where he did a lot of damage in college, so him working inside, that's a good sign.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. And with as many three-pointers as they drain, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so it's Baldwin with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Myers Leonard is out there with A-Train. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Baldwin in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. Holiday looking over the floor. Misses the 3. And the Trailblazers shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. A nice shot by Baldwin.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Outside Holiday. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players? Good physically.
I think it's putting strain on everybody. Right? Last year we saw...
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
First one falls for him. The Pacers making a switch here. Leafs checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Back to Evans. Kicks it to Holiday. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Swanigan pulls it in.
Just testing out the cannon on that misfire.
Yeah, we've seen him make this shot work, but they can do better.
Here's A-Train. He's guarded by Johnson. Down it goes. Nice one here for A-Train. A-Train's got 48.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks. It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Johnson dishes to Evans. They need this one. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
It's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Here's Baldwin. Here's A-Train. A three-pointer off the mark. Commissioner Adam Silver has balanced his comments between wanting parity, Brent, and recognizing there are always going to be super teams. Is there middle ground there?
Is there middle ground?
I don't know.
I don't think so. You would like to have some of the teams just be more competitive than they are, but some of the creative, circuitous routes that teams have taken to put themselves into position to get better, younger talent.
It's good on the putback.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, tick-tock and not much time on the clock left. Double-digit lead and coming up roses.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They pointed out a dominant showing in front of a crowd that love every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
That was a good screen you set up back there. I appreciate that, man.
Oh, great. AI, let's get your press conference ready. They're going to want to talk